guys, welcome back to my channel. So if you're new to my channel, I make videos all about motherhood and lifestyle, and I do some fashion and beauty. So if you're new, go ahead and click the subscribe button below and hit the like button if you like videos like these. But today's video is going to be a video that's been highly requested on my channel for a while now, and that is basically baby products that I regret buying. I have a almost 4-month-old baby that basically has been given a ton of products. I have bought a ton of products that we definitely don't need. I told myself before I had her that I definitely did not want to go hog wild when it came to buying baby like gadgets and baby just random baby stuff, because if you're like me, and obviously you're watching YouTube right now, you probably have already watched a ton of different what to buy for a newborn or what to buy for a 3 to 6 month old baby videos, and I had watched a ton of those videos, and there were just so many products that I knew that those moms probably only use for a month. And if you're on a budget like me, there are so many products nowadays that you just don't need to basically like give your newborn life. It's just not a necessity. So I wanted to share with you guys the products that I regret buying, and also some products that I feel like maybe weren't worth the money. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into the video. Okay, so the very first baby product that I don't necessarily regret buying because it was actually sent to me, and while I do love the product and I would totally endorse it for any mom that likes it, I definitely don't think it's necessary, and that is getting a really expensive, really big diaper bag. So I don't know why I thought this would be a good idea, just because me personally, I really like just like super easy, simple bags. I'm not really like into having a really giant bag. I definitely am not a backpack girl unless I'm going somewhere, like unless I'm traveling. And for the most part, what I like to do before baby is I would have a crossbody with me at all times, or would have like a big tote. So I don't know why I thought having like a huge diaper bag with a ton of different compartments would be best for me, but it's definitely not. So what I would actually recommend you do instead is get one of those inserts and just use your purse as a diaper bag. I actually had a Louis Vuitton Neverfull for the last like 2 years. I used it pretty much every single day, and I know that's a really expensive bag, and I'm not saying to get that bag as your diaper bag, but they have like inserts to put in those bags, or just any kind of tote in general that can transform your bigger bag into a diaper bag. And honestly, you don't need so much stuff when you're going to like the grocery store, or if you're going to run an errand or out to lunch. You just need a few diapers, maybe like a change of clothes and some wipes. In my opinion, at least for a newborn, you don't need to bring like books and like, I don't know, full on like toys and stuff like that. They don't really need much. So yeah, definitely do not invest in like a really expensive diaper bag. At least in my opinion, it's not worth it. The next thing that I regret buying are too many newborn clothes. So my baby was actually born on the small side. She was like 5 pounds 14 ounces, I think, and while she did fit into newborn clothes for quite a while, I still have way too many. They only really need a couple. If you feel like you're having a big baby, and you'll know because the doctor will tell you, if you already have like a 6-pound baby in your stomach or a 7-pound baby, you know, towards your 3rd trimester, do not even buy newborn clothes, because they're not going to fit into them. Maybe like, you know, one time if that. But if you are having a smaller baby like I am, then definitely buy a couple, but don't stock up a full drawer full of newborn clothes. I'd recommend you guys just get 0 to 3 months and start from there. The next thing I regret getting is electric breast pump. Now you definitely need a breast pump in my opinion. I got the Medela pump and style, and while a ton of people swear by that one, it personally just wasn't powerful enough for me. And I think that's because I personally had problems just breastfeeding in general to begin with. The pump and style might have worked for me, but I would just recommend you guys rent a hospital grade breast pump, because they are, in my opinion, 10 times better than the ones that you can get from Target. They are super expensive, so you do have to kind of rent them, just because I think they go for around $2,000 or something ridiculous. So I'm not saying buy one of those, but a lot of times you can rent them through your insurance, which is what I'm currently doing, and they are so much better, and yeah, your insurance will pretty much cover them. The next thing that I regret getting is a ton of different mittens. I personally just don't really like, I feel like I'm the only mom that did not put mittens on her newborn, and I know that they can scratch their face, and it's kind of like a hazard to have their hands going everywhere because they're not aware of their hands yet, but I personally just would prefer to clip her nails over her wear mittens, because the mittens seriously just fell off. They got lost in like the dog tot or the bed. Honestly, I just have a bunch of like one-handed mittens, so I don't have the pair of them because they got lost. So yeah, I did not like the mittens, and I just feel like, I don't know, I just kind of want my baby to be aware of her hands, and covering up her hands all the time just kind of felt strange. So that was just my opinion. And I just have like, I think I have like 15 mittens that I don't know what to do with. The other thing that I wouldn't recommend you guys stock up fully on is socks and hats. I have so many baby socks, and we live in Los Angeles. It is sunny all the time pretty much. She was born in December, so it was kind of chilly, but I swear we only needed like 5 pairs of baby socks. We do not need like 20 that I have sitting over there right now. Also, baby hats, their head grows pretty fast as well as their bodies, so I don't know, you don't need a ton of hats. The other thing I felt like we definitely did not get any use out of is baby shoes, like newborn shoes. Maybe like, I don't know, I think she maybe wore shoes once or twice, but we have these really cute snow boots that my mom got us, and my mom will vouch for me when I say this. We definitely did not wear these, and as much as they're cute, they're just impractical. You're not really wanting to put any excess clothing on your baby because, at least for your firstborn, you're kind of worried about other stuff. So buying a ton of different shoes, I mean, buy a few obviously for pictures and stuff like that, but don't buy any like funky shoes that are expensive because they're just not necessary, and honestly, you're probably not even going to put them on them. The next thing that I regret buying are bottles. Now, this is definitely going to be dependent on what situation you're in. So I planned on breastfeeding my baby up until a year, and I still do, but buying bottles when you don't know if your baby is gonna like the bottle, I wouldn't buy like a ton of different bottles expecting your baby to just take the bottle. What I didn't know before I had a baby is they might not like the nipple on the bottle. Annabelle hated this Advent one, and I swear everybody like loves this bottle on YouTube. They like swear by this one. So I was like, this has got to be the one, and it's expensive. I think Doug bought it, but I believe it was $25. I could be wrong, but just don't go and stock up on a bunch of different bottles. Maybe try one at a time and see if they like it. The other thing that I wouldn't recommend you guys going out and purchasing is a bunch of expensive pacifiers. Pacifiers aren't really expensive. I don't know why I said that, but everything can get expensive if you buy the best hot brand and if you buy multiple. I got the infamous Wubbanub. People die for this thing. They tell me all the time that she will like it, that she will take it, and that this is their baby's favorite. Annabelle hates the Wubbanub. She hates pacifiers in general, so I just kind of expected her to take a pacifier. I don't know why. I think because I just always saw babies sucking on pacifiers, but not every baby likes pacifiers, so definitely don't go out and buy a ton of different pacifiers because your baby might not like any of them. So I would definitely just stick with one at a time if you're even planning on giving your baby a pacifier at all. The other thing that Annabelle seriously has way too many of is those little baby blankets. We have way too many swaddles, way too many blankets, and you probably need like 3 baby blankets to, I don't know, keep on them when they're in the car seat, or to just like lay on them if they're sleeping and if you're sitting next to them, or to wrap them up in. And then for swaddles, I mean, they only need like 5. I think I have 12 or maybe even 15 swaddles. That's ridiculous, and they're not gonna soil. I don't know, I kind of just assume that babies like poop on everything and that you're just gonna have like poop explosions all the time. Annabelle's probably only had like 5 poop explosions for her whole life, and she's almost 4 months old, so it's not that many, and I thought that she'd be soiling like all these clothes and all these blankets. That's not the case, so don't go crazy and buy a ton of different blankets and swaddles. The other thing that I regret buying and I wish I would have gotten a different one is the Rock and Play. I think I've mentioned this on my channel before, but I didn't know that there's actually a automatic Rock and Play that you just press a button and it rocks on its own, and a manual one which you obviously have to push with your hand, and nobody's got time for that. So do not get the manual Rock and Play. I think it is cheaper, but you need the automatic one to just save your sanity. The other thing that I don't necessarily regret buying, but it's definitely not a necessity, is a crib, and just like all of the stuff you see, well, not behind me because this is my office, but all of the stuff you see in your nursery. I don't regret it because I like having the space for her, and obviously it's a spot for me to film, so it's kind of a multi-purpose room. But if you are on a budget and you don't necessarily need to get your baby a crib and a dresser, a changing table, a glider and all that stuff, I get questions like that all the time if I use my glider. No, I do not. I only use it to film in. I don't regret it because I like how it is and I use it to film. But if you're not a YouTuber, obviously, and I don't use it to film, you don't need a glider, in my opinion. If Annabelle is crying, she will not stop if we sit down. She'll actually cry more. But obviously it depends baby to baby, and I think we'll use her glider a little bit more when she's older. And she definitely does not go in her crib. She goes in there to like play around in, but we are planning to co-sleep with her for at least 6 months. So you don't need to run out and buy a crib right away. The other thing I kind of regret buying is buying a ton of different swaddlers. I have a Halo sleep sack swaddle, the kind that Velcro. I have like one kind that was super expensive that goes season to season. I think it was like $100. It was ridiculous. And the other one I got is like one from Amazon. I think I have 5 of the Velcro swaddles, and I think that you honestly only need one. My very favorite, I think it's called the Love to Dream USA swaddle. That one is amazing. I will link it below for you guys, and all you do is just zip it up and the babies are able to have their hands up or down depending on what your baby likes, and it's really affordable. You don't have to spend hundreds of dollars on a swaddle. But the other thing I regret buying are these things. These are called sleepers, and the reason I got this is because everybody and their mother swore by these. They look kind of weird because they just have arms and like it's like a little dress, but this is supposed to be easy for nighttime changes and just diaper changes in general. I didn't like these because I just found that this material bunched up to like her chest area, and that kind of scared me, especially since she's sleeping in them. You don't want any extra material around their face. So yeah, I don't really like these things, and maybe she'll use them when she's older, but they definitely did not fit in her, and I got like the 0 to 3 months. The other thing I regret buying is baby detergent. So I do recommend you guys getting some kind of like Tide free and clear detergent, but getting those expensive detergents designed specifically for your baby, those things are like twice the price of like just a regular Tide free and clear detergent like I use for Annabelle, and it's definitely not necessary. So that is basically it for all the baby products I regret buying. If you guys like this video, then give it a thumbs up below, and make sure to subscribe to my channel if you are new. I make videos pretty much every day on my channel, so yeah, thank you guys again so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!